Hello, welcome back to Shadow of War. I'm Jade Star,
I'm Airman PK.
and we're recently deciding on exactly how many minutes it takes to make a hard-boiled egg. Somewhere more than 6, evidently. Possibly 8.
So what are we doing?
Well, I was gonna watch this orc punt this slave into the lava because it's hilarious, but he was being non-cooperative. Oh. Son of a bitch! I look away for one moment.
Yeah.
An observant viewer, I don't know, words, noticed that I missed a Elf Day challenge in Gorgoroth because I didn't have the proper skill activated for it.
You skipped Elf Day.
I didn't skip all of Elf Day.
Here in Mordor, loyalty passes from orc to captain to overlord, and the chain of loyalty ends in a ring of power.
So this is the Civil War Friendly Fire challenge, where we have to succeed by having orcs kill other orcs.
Oh.
The title was like, ultimately the Celebrimbor's fight was one of orc civil war.
Right.
Which, I guess makes sense. And then the optional challenge is, pin them and have orcs hit them.
Nice.
They're just coming out of the ground. Okay.
Yep.
I mean, I guess that is actually how orcs grow in bats.
I have.
The various and dubious ways we've heard of orc reproduction over the course of lore. Come on, guy, do something. I just branded you.
Actually, a bit of a grind, isn't it? This challenge.
Yeah. It's much quicker to do it yourself. Also, I might have wanted to have not had the insta-kill counter parry.
Yeah. How is the Olog able to grab a ghost and throw him onto the floor?
With great strength, apparently.
God, I have to admit, I've had it with the sort of Vaseline filter on the past.
Yeah. Blurry past vision.
It was like interesting the first time, and now I just like, it's horrible.
Well, you gotta remember, Armin, we didn't have HD back in the past. I mean, we're lucky we have color. Come on, I need orcs to be fighting orcs here. Then I realized, oh, there's more orcs down here.
Yes.
Gorgoroth's dumb verticality.
Ow. Hey.
Right, I think here's where I remember to start
Pinning
mistiming my parries. So you only get the execution on a perfectly timed counter. If you hit it too soon, you'll get just the regular one.
Oh.
And hey, the defender finally stabs some orcs. Hooray!
Yeah.
Could have killed 15 orcs ourselves a lot faster.
Everyone in Mordor is ultimately loyal to a ring, but rings themselves have no loyalty. Their wearers and their makers would do well to remember this.
Yeah.
Celebrimbor, you made rings?
And you're now wearing one, well, sort of. I mean, he was just illustrating that he does remember this, but a lot of the rest of the time he's just like, oh, it's our ring, I made this ring, it's much better than the other ring.
I mean, it is much better than the other ring. Ours is like blue and not evil.
Yeah.
And it doesn't actively broadcast our location to Sauron and, like, let him mind control us. Oh, yeah, right. I figured while I was in Gorgoroth, I'd pick up the artifacts as well.
The Analects of Ruvenier is a collection of advice from a long-ago Gondorian swordsman. It includes a series of exercises he guaranteed would lead to triumph in every duel. Like all young Gondorian soldiers, I studied the Analects a great deal, and I learned two key things. One, Ruvenier's swordsmanship was undoubtedly better than his penmanship. And two, in Ruvenier's time, duelists were far more courteous than the orcs of Mordor. War ignores such niceties.
Okay.
I don't think you really learned a whole lot from that then.
No. Nowhere in that text does it mention kicking your opponent in the nuts.
Oh man, I can't remember the films well enough. Do they kick orcs in the nuts in the films?
I can't remember, I'm sure Aragorn does. Aragorn doesn't exactly fight like a duelist, does he?
I don't know. I don't know if that goes into more detail in the books or not. I can hardly remember the films, but... goddamn mountains. Caves.
It's a long way around, is it?
Yeah. That's what we got a Caragor for.
It has long been customary for the people of Minas Ithil to offer an amphora of water or wine to any visitor from beyond our walls. Such travelers were rare, especially recently, and making the trek to the frontier almost guaranteed a thirsty guest. But when our need was greatest, no one from Gondor came to our gates, thirsty or otherwise.
Yeah.
So, she harps on how Minas Ithil is the edge of the frontier. Minas Ithil is like a 6 to 9 day march from Minas Tirith, the capital.
Mm-hmm.
That's really not that much of a frontier, in my opinion. Like, the whole siege on Minas Tirith left from Minas Morgul and got there in, I think, 7 days. While having to, or maybe 9 days, while having to fight across Osgiliath and do a contested crossing.
Hmm.
You're not that far from civilization, Idril.
I do not fear the orcs, but in the deep of night I will admit this. I fear their drums. An orc can be defeated in battle. His threat can be walled off or outmaneuvered. But the low rumbling of the drums, that cannot be halted by any artifice of man. Those drums are the heartbeat of their factories, and every beat marks the orcs' relentless advance. We seized these drums in a raid, and I locked them up in the Great Hall so that no orc could ever play them again.
I mean, you could have smashed them.
Yeah,
burned
just
them.
destroy them, yeah.
That looks like bulky and annoying to carry back.
And if you think about it, they took Minas Ithil, so...
They got them back.
They got them back, yeah.
So the orcs have musicians among them? Hardly. Uruks are made for warfare, not artistry.
Hey, look, one of the artifact dialogues played for some reason.
Yeah. So the first time that's happened.
Yeah.
Is it possible you've never picked that up before?
No.
No, I didn't think so.
I don't know. I'm just going to fall back on my game devs didn't do proper, like, data or flag management for multiple playthroughs. Kind of expect this to be like a rope or something next to a tree at a cliff.
There are no dwarves in Mordor. At first glance, this land would seem to suit them. Plenty of stone for carving and ore veins to mine. This shield belonged to a dwarf from another age who did come to Mordor, though not as a craftsman nor a miner. Now that Minas Ithil no longer contains the orcs within Mordor, the dwarves will have to put down chisel and hammer and pick up their shields once more.
And then pick back up their hammer, because, you know, dwarves.
A different hammer designed for hitting people rather than rock.
I mean, yeah, I guess, sure. Although, maybe a different hammer design for hitting orcs. As I continue to deny orcs' personhood.
All these people behind walls? Jesus.
Yeah. Like, come on, guys. I need some orcs, like, on stilts above the rooftops just to teleport to. It's like, that's the punishment, Garrison. All the people that have displeased me have to stand up in high places and wait to be teleport punched. It's the new way of corporal punishment in the Bright Lord's army. Yeah, see, why couldn't we just have an orc sitting up here on these columns?
This statement of stewardship reads like a mundane description of lawmaking, but it is one of our most treasured documents. Gondor is a realm of law, not of kingly pronouncements. Since the disappearance of Eärnur, our last king, Gondor has thrived under the guidance of ruling stewards, each a lord of Minas Tirith. The steward's office is hereditary, and its decrees are law, unless a king someday returns to Gondor's vacant throne. And even then, I'm not sure what use we'd have for a monarch, save to keep the cushion on the throne wall.
Wow. Just gonna say, also, hereditary stewardship, whose word is law.
Yeah.
You mean some sort of monarchy?
Yeah, you have a monarchy now. It's just that it's not called the king.
I hadn't realized that was the system of the stewards.
Oh, yeah.
Because, again, casual movie viewer. But yeah, it's just like, oh, hereditary steward, who's the highest. You have a monarchy, Idril. You have a monarchy. All right, so now it's cold climate elf day. Got to train for those survival conditions in the winter.
Yeah.
You know, Saragost right next to the volcano and the Fireland. Really is amazing how diverse the biomes are. Can't teleport to the stupid birds and punch them. Oh, I remember this challenge. This is a very silly challenge. It's like somebody was playing like 1980s arcade games and was like, but what if we had like a Donkey Kong challenge in our elf?
What?
Oh, you'll see. It could only be more bizarre if it was somehow also Plinko.
Megras, an elven virtue celebrated by the jewelsmiths I taught during the Second Age.
Yeah, but what does it mean?
It's the art of shooting things that are going down switchbacks next to exploding barrels. And it just wants you to kill them. I don't even know what happens if they reach the bottom. It's like, there's no thread or problem here.
I see.
Yeah. Yep, that was an elf challenge, alright. Good job, Celebrimbor. I remember the time I funneled my enemies into little passes and shot them with exploding barrels for fun.
Yeah.
I created many wonders, and our precision was enhanced by the techniques Sauron taught us. Each collaboration brought us closer to perfection.
So what did Megras mean?
I don't know, maybe it was precision. Maybe it was stretching one arrow to kill multiple targets, like the Elven virtue of rationing, or
The virtue.
the virtue of the multi-kill.
Well, he's being stingy, basically.
Yeah.
Penny pinching.
Look, do you think these ghost arrows just grow on trees?
No, you have to extract them from orcs' minds.
Right, you gotta ration them, so you can't just, shoot every ghoul with an orc brain arrow. Also, you can still shoot these things. Not entirely sure if it does anything, but it's still a thing you can do in here.
Yeah, if there were some orcs underneath them, it would probably hurt them, maybe?
Yeah.
Oh.
Hannas, discernment. When I labored with the bringer of gifts to forge the rings of power, even Galadriel did not discern how the rings would reshape the world.
So, what you're saying is you guys don't have Hannes?
Or is he saying that... No, I don't know what he's saying.
It's like the virtue of discernment, which none of us had when we made these things.
Okay, so you gotta kill just those guys.
Yeah, if I want the optional objectives. If you don't care, it's really easy just to run in here and murder everything. Like, especially if you don't care about the bottom challenge. Don't kill other orcs. It's just like, well, kill these guys up here on these platforms.
You'd have to dominate them?
I was having that thought, I think, at about this exact moment, and I didn't notice it. But it's okay, because it's stealth.
Nice of him not to yell really loudly as that's happening.
Well, I mean, the dagger was in his throat. It probably, was going to make that hard to shout. Although, I mean, we are very surrounded by... I feel like even still, yeah, maybe somebody should have heard that.
Yeah.
Like, this is maybe about 8 feet away from those other orcs.
Oh, totally didn't hear.
Maybe they just think he's constipated or something.
Oh, we mustn't turn around. We might catch him in an embarrassing situation.
Yeah. It's like, did you ever play or see Return of the Obra Dinn?
No.
Oh, do you know how it works?
No, not really. I don't think I ever saw anything about that.
Oh, shit. Well, I'll have to stream that for you, then. That'll be the next JRPG? Whatever. But it's told kind of like in flashbacks, first with just audio, and then with a visual scene. And one of the scenes is, like a dude taking a crap off the front of the ship. And it starts out like he's making, some stressful sounds to drop a load off the deck. But then the tone of it changes because he's getting squeezed by a kraken tentacle.
Oh.
So you have no idea. It's like, damn, dude, relax. You're pushing way too hard. It's like, oh, he's being crushed to death.
Light nor I could discern how the story would end.
Really, you haven't seen Obra Dinn? Yeah, man, damn. I'm gonna have to stream that for you, buddy. I'm gonna have to make you solve it too, because it's a puzzle game.
Oh.
Well, it's kind of a puzzle game. Do you know the conceit behind it?
No.
Oh, a ship turns up in London Harbor or thereabouts, in ye old sailing days, and everybody on the ship is dead, and you're the investigator, and you have to figure out what the fuck happened to everybody. And there's a little bit of magic where you can see the moment of people's deaths.
As my army fought its way across Mordor, I sensed my instincts for battle sharpening.
Yes.
Oh.
Except my instincts told me not to bring arrows. Oops.
That was almost a very short attempt.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I already failed avoiding getting hit. Which is weird, because I didn't lose health. They didn't hit me.
No, I guess being grabbed counts as being hit.
Yeah. Though being set on fire didn't count for that other challenge.
No, it didn't.
I recall the time where I was made entirely out of bloom. It was then that I decided to be the Bright Lord.
I remember it was snowing.
And everything was foggy, like I hadn't had my LASIK yet. Man, out of arrows.
On-site procurement. Oh,
Nope, you know
God.
what? I'll just go a different way. It's fine. There's arrows over here.
That was brilliant. Just go up here. Oh!
Caragors are very smart. Sometimes. Other times they just run around on fire and run into more fire.
Here in Mordor, the cunning thrive and the dull perish. Or they become slaves for as long as the cunning find them useful.
Okay, so Kuru was cunning.
Kuru?
That was what
Oh,
that
that's the
challenge
word.
was.
Oh, right, yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
the Elven
Right.
one. Yeah.
Right. That quote always makes me think of, what was it, Gork and Morik? Was it brutally cunning and the other is cunningly brutal? I'm like, wait a minute, what's the difference then?
That's the joke.
Yeah. But if you said someone was aggressively passive and someone was passively aggressive, they're different things.
I suppose, yeah.
So there should be some level of difference between brutally cunning and cunningly brutal.
A champion regarded warfare as an art form. and himself
Yes.
as Mordor's
But it's
richest
semantics,
art.
isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
Making him my war
it literally is
king
semantics,
with
isn't it?
overweening
Like,
pride.
Also, nice use of the correct term of literally there. Oh, the past blur of vision. Oh, it's gone. It's back.
oh, what?
Celebrimbor just had 2 spontaneous moments of clarity. Also, wait. Why is my war chief here in the past, Celebrimbor?
Move.
Oh!
Moog, why are you here? So confused.
Oh. There was like a temporal anomaly.
Had to destroy the 3 asteroids at the same time.
Oh god.
I just remember that story or whatever sci-fi that was from.
Oh, no, it was, oh, fuck, what is this? Legends of... Oh, I can't remember what it's called. The Arrowverse series is totally insane.
Arrowverse?
Legends of Tomorrow?
Oh, okay.
Arrowverse is like what people call the DC shows on the CW.
Oh, okay. Wait, the people of tomorrow? No, oh man. Oh, you're giving me a flashback. Shit. What was that Nickelodeon show where it was like, what if Star Trek, but for kids, and every kid on the ship was from a different planet in the solar system? The Tomorrow People?
That's not what the Tomorrow People's about, I think.
No, you're right. The Tomorrow People was something else. Oh, my brain.
Yeah.
I can't.
This is garden variety corn.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Shit. Then what was the Tomorrow People?
Weren't they like mutants with special powers that the government was tracking or something?
Oh, yeah, probably. Shit.
It's been years
what
since I saw the.
What was Kiddie
first
Star Trek
game.
then? I can't remember that show, but it was like.
Kiddie Star Trek.
What it was? They were all kids, and like the science officer was from Uranus, and complained that he was constantly the butt of every joke.
Lol.
Catherine or something was from Saturn, so her hair was rainbow colored in rings, naturally.
What? This show doesn't sound real.
It was a real show. I'm trying to remember what the other people were.
There was a kid from Mercury who was really hot-tempered.
No, I think the dude from Mars was angry and super strong.
Oh, right. There was a girl from Venus.
Warrior to you.
I presume so, yeah.
Flashy with a blade. I'm not so easily impressed. Your technique has flaws, and I'm about to show them to you.
We completely ignored this challenge. What the hell is going on here? What?
Much more memorable.
No, I'm fucking looking this up. Nickelodeon Star. Come on.
Oh, Celebrimbor's almost dying.
Oh no. Oh, my Google search actually pulled up that a Star Trek series was greenlit at Nickelodeon at some point. Space Cases. That was it. Space Cases.
Okay.
You are every bit as I imagined.
Oh, yes, the rainbow-haired female ship's engineer from Titan, a moon of Saturn. From Uranus, his race have a small prolonged antenna from their forehead which generates powerful blasts of electricity. Rosie is from Mercury and has the ability to produce vast amounts of heat at will.
I feel like this is revenge for all the times that me and Midnight have talked about bollocks while you're streaming.
Oh yeah, Susie, Catalina's best friend, is believed to be imaginary throughout the season 1. Following Catalina's apparent death at the end of season 1, Susie joins the crew in her stead.
Oh. One of them dies? Like, what is the plot of this
she
show?
doesn't actually die. So they think that Susie is imaginary because
Why are
only
there all these kids
No,
running a
I
spaceship?
don't remember that. Hold on, one question at a time. So
That's what I wanted to know. I don't care about it.
no, so Susie doesn't die, Susie's the imaginary one, and Catalina doesn't die, but Catalina like disappears, and then Susie appears. So one goes from being in the imaginary realm to the other. They switch places because Susie's I don't know.
Okay. There was another temporal anomaly.
Yes. And then, hey, we got Moodloop, but because I shadow chained him, it doesn't count for the challenge.
Oh, bollocks.
Yeah, right, so I don't get the consume Moodloop the champion reward. Look, somebody in the thread is gonna have to remember Space Cases. I can't be the only one.
Orcs could stand toe-to-toe with the champion and live to count their scars. Sending him into the fray was as simple as posing a challenge. Many an able warrior can be so manipulated.
Yes, again with
So
those
what
ominously.
virtue was that?
No, that was just a war chief that he dominated during his war.
Oh, Biloxil died.
Yeah. Rip Bloxley died in the fires.
Ugh.
Also, Rip like 70%
They've all
of
the
the
fires
claws.
are out now because it suddenly started raining, and like now everywhere's flooded.
I thought it was still on fire, just now it was contained.
No, I think almost all, if not all, of the fires are out because it just
'Cause it's
rained
flooded.
all over them.
Okay, I'm sure that's much better.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like this is just natural selection on a continental level. It's like, what's this? Your continent's full of venomous and poisonous things and trees that explode in heat. Look at this guy. He's got Voloxel 4 times.
I'm sure you would not mind if I borrowed a thing or two.
Fucking eucalyptus loves fire.
Yeah, right.
It's got deliberately flammable bark and leaves.
Deliberately.
Yeah.
I feel like the central part of America is the next part to go to natural selection. Mother Earth's just like, come on people, how many fucking tornadoes do I have to throw down here before you guys get the clue? Like, 90% of the world's tornadoes are here, and you people still think this is a good place to live.
Like, eucalyptus trees, like, deliberately shed their bark, so it forms this, like pile of, like, kindling around the base of each tree.
But how does that help them? As an evolutionary mechanic, how does that help them?
They need fire to germinate new seedlings or something, I can't remember.
Okay.
Also, it's good, like, fire's good for forests in some ways, because it, like, it gets rid of all the old growth and allows space for new trees to grow.
No, I get that much, because, you know, California is constantly on fire as well,
yes.
but not quite on the scale of Australia. And that, yeah, we know that we gotta have let those forests burn, because it gets rid of stuff and, you know, germinate and whatever.
I was reading a thing where it was talking about how the Aboriginals used to have a policy of doing these controlled burns every now and again, which stops what just happened from happening. But of course, they're no longer in charge of the land.
Right. Funny how that works.
Yeah.
A slaughter's what I promise you.
Oh.
Pain, such blood, a reddish hue.
Voloxel were killed by a poet.
Yeah. Who's terrified of Balefire.
Terrified of Balefire. Oh, we can do that.
Well, yes, but let's see. Okay, it's not Iron Will. There's one problem with that. He's also fireproof and poison-proof. He's immune to the ingredients of Balefire.
And frostproof and immune to curse. He's immune to all of the status effects.
Except Balefire.
Yeah, but he can never be put on Balefire. Oh dear.
Yeah, what an asshole.
You need to recruit him.
Excuse me? Where did you come from?
Oh.
Better warriors than you have tried to end me. But who's still alive? Me!
Nazu.
This is the second time that you've met someone, like, who you haven't killed that they have, but he comes back as a cheated dead.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, it's all very confusing.
I suppose you look exactly like the person who killed them.
Sorry, you're looking for Voloxel? I'm Talon.
It's a reasonable mistake to make.
You know, the other ghost-possessed ranger of Gondor that's running around Mordor.
Well, this is a different universe. He's not aware of that.
Just all slightly different variations of Talaga running around, slightly different variations of Mordor.
Yeah. I mean, I assume...
This is a comic book thing, like, absolutely, isn't it, somewhere?
I assume that in this universe, there isn't a fortress almost entirely staffed by people called brutes. Unless Voloxel has done it as well.
No, I need more bruises for that. I've only got 3 out of 7 bruises. Which, if I'm right, that's actually the name of a British variety show, or panel show, isn't that?
3 out of 7 bruises?
Yes.
No.
Alright, I'm thinking of 9 out of 10 cats.
Yes.
I mean, it's mostly the same thing. But I do have a fortress that's entirely made out of douches.
Oh, yeah.
No, don't. Oh, Talion. No, go down. Go. Son of a.
Nope.
There. Whatever. There you go. Now, where was that barrel I poisoned?
Talion just felt that he had to have a really good look at that crucified growl.
The worthy foe is hard to find.
Good job, Grash. That's like Jenner trying to rap in Bad vs. City.
Ugh.
So hey, remember how you thought he was invulnerable to Balefire? Nope.
Oh, how did you do that? Oh, you poisoned the grog and then blew it up.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, you're killing him! No, you need to recruit him!
I must compose my epitaph. Elise grant me that.
That was such an exploitable weakness. Also, his rhyme sucked. If he had rhymed better, I might have kept him.
Okay.
We got some nice gear for it.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh no, I missed a loading screen. Damn it.
Oh, well.
Oh, I remember to cut all the loading screens going into Vendetta missions, but not coming out of Vendetta missions. Damn you, back of my envelope notes. Alright, I think that's it for today. I think that's all the elf challenges in Saragost. I still have so many more collectibles to go round up. I might just montage that like the elf tombs, because you don't really need to see me running from point A to point B for all of them. And then we've got, what? I think I got all the Lithlid challenges, so that just leaves Nurnen? I think that leaves just Nurnen challenges. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, so one, maybe two more videos, and then I think we're going to hit the climax of Act 2. Oh yeah, that's right. The Mystic set is all about allies and stuff. But you know, I think it's just easier to do it by myself.
Yeah.
Alright. Right, so I hope everyone had a good day here. I hope we all learned about 90s Nickelodeon shows. Somebody has to remember Space Cases. Leave me some comments in the comments in the video.
You're the one person who's been designated to remember Space Cases. No one else does. No one else has to. Because you do.
No, I want to know if people remember Space Cases. So give me a post about it. And thank you all for watching. I'll see you next time.
It's an ancient gypsy curse. Anyway, bye.